So now I'd like to introduce our first storyteller of the evening. Cvengros likes to eat starchy foods. She drinks whiskey, and there's one other thing. She lives in San Jose. She spends her days working at the food bank, and at night she likes to do yoga, she likes to write stories, and she likes to plan her next epic adventure. Everyone, please put your hands together for Kat Cvengros.
My college roommate, Julie, was living in Dubai, and I was here in Northern California. And I emailed her saying, kind of jokingly, hey, let's meet for lunch somewhere halfway, because I was cute. And she wrote me back and said, yeah, how about Thai food? Ha ha. And then we decided to go to Thailand. It was going to be an epic adventure. We were in our mid-20s, it was our first time to Asia. We'd planned this trip so we'd go to Bangkok for a couple days, and then we'd travel north on a train to the mountains and spend some time in Chiang Mai, and then we'd fly south to the beaches, and then end it back in the capital with a few more days of fun. And everything was going perfectly. We had 12 Thai massages in 11 days. Everywhere we went, we had them. In fact, when we got to Chiang Mai, we, of course, went for a massage, and at the salon, the owners of the salon said, you should come to our house tomorrow for dinner, and we're like, of course. And we did, and that is the first and last time I ever had pork-stuffed octopus. Now, we even had a massage in a women's prison. I mean, everywhere. They were very welcoming. You've heard about Thai hospitality. And we also got to experience something that was also very Thai, which was a coup. Now, this isn't a big deal in Thailand, because Thailand has had more coups d'etat than any other country in contemporary history. Now, I know that because Wikipedia told me that in the last century they've had 21 of them. So they know what they're doing. And they made it real easy for me to follow, because I don't speak Thai, but I got it, because there were guys in red shirts, and there were guys in yellow shirts, and they did not like each other. And so it was no big deal. Everybody kind of went about their business. Until day 2 of the coup. And those red-shirted fellas, they started storming the airports and shutting them down. And they did this by running into the airport and actually like lying down on the ground and on the countertops, even on the tarmacs. And they shut down, in a matter of days, every airport in the country, except for one, near Chiang Mai, where we were. But it was quickly overwhelmed with all the other business that actually mattered, not tourists like us, so we were trapped in the mountains of northern Thailand, which, when you think about it, isn't that bad a place to be trapped. So we made the most of it. We went deeper into the mountains and met tribal people. I made friends with a monk. We sang a lot of karaoke with drunk English tourists. And Julie actually started a budding romance with some sort of Saudi prince or something. So actually everything was going pretty great. Until it wasn't. One day, I was in a market, big outdoor market, and I was looking at purses, considering a foot massage. And maybe about 2 blocks away, there were 2 loud, successive booms, followed by what felt like just a second of silence. Boom, boom! One Mississippi. And then chaos. People were running every which way. I saw smoke from where the noise came. I didn't understand anything, but I could hear one word clearly, and it was bomb. And I started running too. None of us were running toward anything. We were all running away. I was so scared. I ran to find a phone card to call home, but they were out. And so I went to the internet cafe, and the internet connection was really, really slow. And so I turned to the thing that always provides us solace, Facebook. And I posted, I'm safe. And I decided at that moment that I had to get out of Thailand, and I would do anything to get away from this fear. Julie, meanwhile, had a different path to safety. See, she and her Saudi prince, whatever, had decided to fly on his private jet back to Dubai, And because she's a good friend, she did tell me that I could join them. All I had to do was have sex with his brother. So it turns out I would do almost anything to get out of Thailand. I knew I couldn't get a ticket, like an airline ticket, online. But I thought maybe if I go to the airport, the only open airport, I'd be able to get something. I don't know. And when I got there, it's true, I was able to buy a ticket. There was a dude outside the airport, and he was selling this paper ticket, and I offered him $200 for it, and at the time, $200 was like a ton of money to me. And I gave it to a stranger for a piece of paper that had his name on it. There was this wall of red-shirted protesters. And remember, this is the last airport. They really want to shut this one down. And that means the opposition and the military police really didn't want them to. And I had to elbow my way through that wall of red-shirted protesters, and then the military police, worried I might be caught in the crossfire. And I made it through, and I found myself finally at the Air China gate. And I saw a flight attendant, and I thought, all right, my next step is simple. All I have to do is bribe my way onto an airplane and out of the country. And so I took my last $50, and I folded it up, and I put it in my palm, and considered how I had no idea how to do that. Even though my fear was almost debilitating, I also felt very awkward. Because, I mean, on a dance floor, I'm kind of all elbows and knees, and I'm just not cool enough to pull off a bribe. You gotta have a level of chill that I just didn't feel like I had. But the alternative was a bond market. So I pressed on. And I took that paper ticket and my ID, and I put one in one hand and I put one in the other with that $50 underneath, and I walked right up to that flight attendant and I held them out, and she took the paper ticket and my ID out of my hands. But the thing is, my palms were so sweaty because I was so scared that the $50 stuck to it. And so she just then took the ticket and the ID and looked at them like I was an idiot. And I kind of was, because I didn't know how to bribe anybody. And she handed them back to me. And all flustered, I took that wet $50 and I put it on top of the ID and I thrust it back at her and I said, no, my name should be on that ticket. And that is how you bribe someone, people. At least I hoped. I felt really good in that nanosecond when she took everything and she stared at me. And then she walked away and she picked up a telephone and she was burrowing holes into me with her eyeballs. And she was saying a whole bunch of stuff I didn't understand, and every now and then I heard my name, Cvengros. And I was like, first of all, she can say my name, which is really impressive. Also, what is she doing? Is she calling the authorities? Oh my God, she's calling the authorities. They throw people in jail in Thailand for mocking their king. What are they going to do to me? I should run. I am pitting through my clothes at this point. I am really wishing I had slept with that prince's brother. And I turn and I see the door, the exit, and at this point, the protesters were getting more rowdy and I was being jostled around, and I thought, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna stay in Thailand forever. I'm gonna run. I don't wanna go to jail. And I was just leaning to take my first step when someone grabbed my arm and whipped me around, and it was her, with those steely eyes. And she looked at me, and she said, enjoy your flight, Miss Cvengros.